Because this is an open mic and we have our poets in the house, I'm going to ask Jeff, who is my partner in crime and partner in rhyme, to come and do some of his stuff. Let's hear it for Jeff Safingo.
The greatest immediate hurdle to jump, I realized.
I'm Judith Sandiford.
I'm Ron Weiss.
You are in Artword Artbar, our latest project.
We had a magazine called Artword Magazine, which was by artists for artists. And that was in the days when Judith was doing a lot of painting. And so we decided to have an art magazine that talked to artists through the kinds of language that artists actually used when they talked to each other. So it was a wonderful thing. And then when that was going strong, we decided that we would have a theater. And we thought, well, we'll call it Artword Theater. And now we have an Artword Artbar. So it's called Artword Artbar, and we sell Artword Artbar art beer. Theater has been the thing that we have done more of than anything else, although in Judith's case, it's probably 50-50 with painting. And but we've done a lot of theater. We've been doing theater for about 30 years, and we're still doing it. The idea of live performance is I think, very endangered. So from a career point of view, it's probably a lousy choice on my part, but it's the best thing in the world. We moved from that very small space up to the second floor, some dusty stairs that my mother was always sweeping, to a much larger space. The landlords of the space that we were using initially, they were from Pakistan, and they had a clothing business. Next door to the building we were in was their clothing factory, and it was a beautiful space. And we said to them, if you ever move out of here, this would make a beautiful theater. So then they came to us and they said, well, we're moving out, and if you want to have a theater, we will help you. And they said, we're going to help you because of two things. They said, you work as hard as we do, and they said, and you are trying to do something to make the world better. And he said, and that is a very Muslim thing to do. And he said, and somebody else, not those brothers, but said, we were Muslim in our hearts.
But when we had to make the big adjustment of leaving Toronto and going someplace else, we did a bit of research on where would we go and what would we do. So sharing that adjustment, deciding that we would go to Hamilton instead of out in some nice suburban environment.
And sharing the comfort of this neighborhood with him and all his kind.
We came to a gritty urban city because we wanted a little bit of that gritty urban grit, and we didn't know what we were going to find in Hamilton.
Was for his benefit. Carefully I watched him for signs of understanding or recognition. He remained fixed, immobile on that pole, his face never turning away from me.
And to our surprise, we found treasure troves of musicians everywhere, in all kinds of secret nooks and crannies of Hamilton, full of the most incredible musicians. So that became the focus.
We're not only for ourselves, trying to do things for ourselves, but we are trying to do things for the community and for the world. And so they did help us. They helped us very substantially build that theater.
You need to learn how to get hot and sweaty doing whatever it is. You need to learn how to get technical with mixing paints, what's the pigment in them. You can learn some science about that, but you also have to be able to get messy and then go for it, not be afraid of it, not be afraid of putting that mark on that white canvas. There's a big scary white canvas and you've got to get in there and start doing it. Dancers have to do it. They have to not just imagine that they're going to do it. They have to do it, and they have to do it harder, and they have to do it more, and they have to try it again, and then they have to not be scared.